The Middle States visit, 10-year evaluation by a Middle States team is an excellent opportunity for NJIT to do as is prescribed, a self-study with a broad array of people, staff, faculty, students, administration, a lot of very good conversation.
As a student being involved in the accreditation process, it's really helped me learn a lot more about NJIT. Having read the self-study, it's really showed how much NJIT cares about its students, about the newer community, and how NJIT works really hard to make sure that they graduate top-tier students to enter the workforce or go into grad school. And it's really proven that NJIT is the science and technology school of New Jersey.
I'd like to talk for a few moments about the Middle States self-study report and process that is currently underway at NJIT. Self-study really is an expression of academic freedom in the sense that we are taking a good hard look, an honest look at how well we're doing in terms of meeting these criteria as well as preparing our students to go out into successful careers.
The Middle States process is also an opportunity not only to collect hard data and evidence on how we're doing, but also to tell stories on how, as individual faculty members, we're contributing to the mission of the university. So NJIT focuses on education, research, economic development, and service to the community. And each one of us has a way to display how we contribute to these four aspects of our mission by telling what we do every day in our classrooms.
The way in which we infuse new information into the classroom comes because our faculty members are active at the forefront of research. The research they do connects to feed the companies that are here, the new companies that start, the things that really help drive and move the technology base forward. And to a large extent, we think of ourselves as the state's advisor in public policy issues that impinge on technology, and guess what? Almost everything these days does. So they all tie together. It makes sense, of course, that a VP for research would like to think of R&D as a central core element of the school. But I don't mean to inflate the position, but really to suggest that's a key differentiator between a doctoral research university and others. And it's important that we make it not just a separate column of activity, but an integrating factor that binds together all of the mission elements of the university.
An important activity that many undergraduates take advantage of here at NJIT is getting involved in research and development related activities that are often tied to the particular research interests of faculty members.
So one of the methods that we used in the self-study can be defined similar to what happens in the stock market, where you look at stock prices on a second-by-second basis and you look at what's happening in the market, news releases and index performance. We do the same in our educational approaches, where we monitor students on a semester-by-semester basis to identify how they're doing and what are the performance gaps that we can immediately intervene, and what are the approaches and strategies that we can reshape to better foster learning within the institution.
The traditional role of academic researcher has been of scientist, of doing discovery, and yet increasingly we see the need in the society around us to connect that discovery to the innovative process, the discovery and the invention process. And that doesn't always happen naturally within classroom and laboratory environments unless we start to drag into the university environment the other elements that really are concerned with applying knowledge. We've gone to great lengths here at NJIT to build around the core functions of the university these other elements that allow our students to participate in the practice of their professions, not just in the underlying theory of their professions.
A very important change here at NJIT in the time between when I was an undergraduate student and now is student life. It has changed enormously. Back in the late 1970s when I was an undergraduate, there were no residence dormitories here on campus. The school was entirely a commuter's college. People drove in and fought for a parking place, and then as soon as classes were over, they drove home. There really was very little on the way of a campus life. That has changed tremendously, and there is a campus life which is vibrant.
By reaching out to the newer community, we at NJIT are building a greater community within ourselves. We have organizations that are very involved within the newer community by having their annual can drives, to organizations that reach beyond the newer communities, such as Relay for Life or even Engineers Without Borders that travel to Haiti to help purify water. The level of involvement that students have on this campus truly demonstrates how this university fosters students and what sort of people that they're putting out into the world, and it really demonstrates the level of commitment NJIT has to its students.
The Middle States process is clearly one that we all participate in on a voluntary basis. We look forward to a very thorough review by a team of individuals that I've reviewed their credentials. These are people who can bring much experience and better inform us about some of the issues that I in particular would like to focus on. So look forward to the visit, look forward to the conversations. From my experience, it's always good for people from outside of the university who very often can see the forest from the trees and to get their perspective and their feedback.